In this session, we are going to discuss about the topic Euler's theorem. Maybe you have heard about the homogeneous function of one variable. Maybe for 2 and 3 variables also you know about the homogeneous function. So basically, we are going to use the property of homogeneous function in partial differentiation. So some statement that we will study in the form of Euler's theorem. The main theorem is the only one, and the 3 corollaries that you will see in this Euler's theorem. And in the sequence, we will solve some questions also. First, we see what is the homogeneous function of 2 variables. So a polynomial in x and y is said to be homogeneous if all its terms are of the same degree. So what we have the polynomial and each and every term have the same degree. Suppose we are talking about f of xy. Suppose I write here x square plus xy plus 2y square. So what we see, the all terms it will have the total degree is 2. So here 2, here 1 plus 1 also 2 and the 2. So in each and every term it will have the same degree. So in this case this is said as the homogeneous function. The first thing that you can recognize from the function f of xy. But the function is not always in the form of polynomial. So the second definition that we can learn, a function fxy is in 2 variables. X and y is said to be homogeneous function of degree n. So this degree is very important for the Euler's theorem. And if for any positive number lambda, if we could write f of lambda x lambda y, that equals to lambda to the power n f of xy. So here we have taken the example of function of 2 variable, but you can take the example of function of 3, 4 variable. So what we can write, suppose lambda x, lambda y, lambda z if you are talking about. And again, if you could write in the form of lambda to the power n f of x, y and z. So this is also said to be what? Homogeneous function with degree n. Other way, you can also define the function f of xy in the form of x to the power n phi y by x. So same example that you can take here. Suppose you are dividing whole terms with the x square. So if you are dividing with the x square, what you get? 1 plus y by x plus 2 times of y by x square. Here you can take. What you have done here, we have divided by x square. So what you can take here, x square is the common. Okay, so in this way also you can define the function homogeneous function. So you know each and every term will have the degree 2. So n is equals to 2, you know. In the second way, x square, and this is phi of y by x that you can write. So again degree 2 that you can define. Another way also you can define the homogeneous function, that is f of y by f of xy is equals to y to the power n phi x upon y. So now come to some example related to homogeneous function. So that we see here. This first example you can see 3x square minus 2xy plus 1 by 3y square. So it is a homogeneous function of degree 2 that we can say. Second question you have. So this is again homogeneous function of degree minus 1 by 2. So in this case, in the second case that I can do here, if you put lambda x is equal to lambda x, y is equal to lambda y. So what we have, f of lambda x, lambda y that you can put. So it is going to be square root of lambda x plus square root of lambda y upon lambda x plus lambda y that you can take. So thus we can see here this function f of xy that equals to square root of x plus square root of y upon x plus y is a homogeneous function of degree minus 1 by 2. Let's take another example. Here sin y by x plus tan inverse x upon y. So if you put y is equals to lambda y and x is equals to lambda x, so what we see, the lambda upon lambda, lambda upon lambda will be cancelled here. So it will be the homogeneous function of degree 0 will be there. So can we think of, is this the homogeneous function? So here you can see the degree is what, 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3. So it is minus 1 by 3 that you can take here. And here 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3. So it is positive 1 by 3. So what we see, this is not a homogeneous function. But if I write here f of xy is equals to x to the power 1 by 3 and y to the power 2 by minus 2 by 3. So this is going to be homogeneous. If I write g of xy is equals to the second term x to the power 2 by 3 and y to the power minus 1 by 3. This is also going to be the homogeneous. But the thing is, its degree n is minus 1 by 3 here and here n is 1 by 3. Since these two terms does not have the common degree, that's why this is not a homogeneous function. So each and every term will have the same degree, then we can say it is a homogeneous function. So I hope so it is clear how to define homogeneous function. Now come to the point, that is the Euler's theorem. So as I told you, the Euler's theorem is used when the function is homogeneous. So we suppose that here u is the uxy be a homogeneous function of x and y of degree n. Then x del u upon del x plus y del u upon del y is equals to nu, that you can get. So this is the standard form that we can get from the Euler's theorem. If I put here 2x or x square, then it is not applicable. So Euler's theorem is applicable only this condition only, x del u upon del x plus y del u by del y, then you can get nu. Same way, if u is the function of 3 variables, right? U is equals to x, y, z is a homogeneous function of degree n again. So in that case, it will be x del u by del x plus y del u by del y plus z del u by del z. Then this will also be equals to nu. So you can increase the number of independent variable and then you can increase the number of terms in the first order derivative. So this is the first theorem, the basic theorem of the Euler's theorem. So on the basis of this theorem, we can solve number of questions. Only how to solve these questions? Only we need to show that they use the homogeneous function of degree n. Then directly you can apply this theorem. Suppose first question we have, prove that x ux plus y uy is equals to 0. I just make it clear here. Ux is what? It is del u upon del x. What is uy? It is del u upon del y. So whenever we have started the partial differentiation, such symbols has introduced. So in that case, the function is given u is equals to sine inverse x upon y plus tan inverse y upon x. So you have seen in the example also, this is the homogeneous function of degree what? 0. So uxy that is given here. Now once we prove this, u is equals to we represent here lambda x lambda y in the place of x and y. So it is sine inverse lambda x upon lambda y plus tan inverse lambda y upon lambda x that we get. So by simplifying, what we get here, u lambda x lambda y is equals to lambda to the power 0 and the rest of term, that is f of u of xy, that you can get. So u lambda x lambda y is equals to lambda to the power 0 uxy. Thus u is a homogeneous function of degree 0. Then we can apply n is equals to 0 that we get. Now you can apply the Euler's theorem for u, and what the statement of Euler's theorem, u is a homogeneous function, then x ux plus y uy is equals to nu, and n is 0. That's why you get this result. So it is very easy to apply if you know the Euler's theorem, you can apply. Otherwise, what happens? You have to differentiate this function with respect to x, then with respect to y, then multiply x by ux, multiply y by u by, and finally you are getting the value 0. So without going in the long way, that you can apply this Euler's theorem to get the result quickly and the corrective also. Suppose we have the second question. X ux plus y uy is equals to 5 by 2 tan u that we have to prove, and u is equals to sine inverse x cube plus y cube upon square root of x plus square root of y is given. So may I know, is this u is the homogeneous function? Anyone? Can you recall? U is it?
Y cube को common लेना है.
Yes, sir. Order 5 by 2.
Okay, u is not a homogeneous function right now because you know there is a sine inverse now. So if you take y cube and the square root of y common, so y to the power 5 by 2 will be here, not here. So u of xy should be written as, like, suppose you are taking y common, to y to the power n 5 y by x. So this is not possible in that case because what you are taking common, it will remain with the sine inverse. So directly you cannot apply the homogeneous property in this question. So what we can do now, if we can write f is equals to sine u. If we could write definitely f is equals to sine u, then it will be x cube plus y cube upon square root of x plus square root of y. So in that case, now this is the homogeneous function. So in place of u, sine u is the homogeneous function, no doubt that we can have. So f is a homogeneous function of degree 5 by 2 that we know. If required, we can apply now. So x cube we have taken common here. So 1 plus y by x power 3 you will get here, and square root of x we have taken common in the denominator. So it is 1 plus square root of y by x that you can write. Now, what is the f here? F is equals to x to the power 5 by 2 into phi of y by x that we can write. So thus we have proved that f is equals to sine u is a homogeneous function, even though u is not. Now we can apply the Euler's theorem for f. So by applying this, what we get, x fx plus y fy is equals to nf. That will equals to n is what? 5 by 2. So it is going to be 5 by 2 f. The thing is, the question is given in the form of ux, and here we have applied in the form of f. So what we do, how we get f del f upon del x. So now what we can understand from the first lecture, we are in the form of mapping. We do f is the function of u is the function of x, u is the function of y. You require to get what? Del f upon del x, so that you can apply the chain rule, del f upon del u into del u upon del x. In the place of del f upon del u, you can write df upon du because f is the function of u only. So here df by du that you can write, and here you can write del u upon del x. Here del u upon del y that you can write. So by applying the chain rule, what we get here, f is equals to sine u. So what is fx? Fx will be df upon du will be cos u, and it is ux. So by applying this, fy will be again. So what we did here, f is equals to sine u, that you know. So fx will be, by using this chain rule, it is cos u into ux that we can write. Same way, fy we can write cos u into uy that we can write. Now we can apply here. Suppose we are taking equation 1. So in equation 1 we can apply. So this we get x cos u ux, y cos u uy is equals to 5 by 2. F is what? Sine u. Cos u is the common. Cos u is the common that you can take in the right hand side. So x ux plus y uy is equals to 5 by 2 sine u upon cos u that you can get. This will equals to 5 by 2 10u. So thus we can prove that left hand side LHS is equals to RHS. But the thing is what we have faced here, the direct application is not there of Euler's theorem. What we did here, we have continued in this way. First we take f is equal to sine u, then we make it homogeneous, then we apply. So in that case, what happened? We have little bit calculation we have done more to the previous to the like if you compare with the previous example. That's why one corollary or the extension of that theorem comes here. If z is a homogeneous function of x, y of degree n and z is equal to fu that we did in the last example, then x del u upon del x plus y del u upon del y is equals to n fu upon f dash u. Directly you can write. So I again make it clear here, z is the homogeneous function, u is not. Z is a homogeneous function like f is equal to sine u that you have taken in the last. So is a homogeneous function. Then x del u upon del x plus y del u upon del y is equals to n fu upon f dash u that we can get. So you must remember this because it is going to be useful in the upcoming theorems as well. So n fu upon f dash u that you can remember. I just make one announcement here. You can remember this is as a GU. So because we are going to use GU in the next few statement. Again, now come to the same question again. Example 2 that we have proved earlier. So now you have to prove this example again. So u is equals to sine inverse x cube plus y cube square root of x plus square root of y is there. So again, what we do, f is equals to sine u that we do again, and f is the homogeneous function. No issue, we can connect it. So the same way we have shown that what f of xy, or you can write z is equals to f of xy, or you can write z is equals to fu also you can write. This is the homogeneous function with degree n is equals to 5 by 2. This practice we have done again, but now if we apply the Euler's theorem for u, you can say, not f. So it will be what x ux plus y uy is equals to n fu upon f dash u. That second statement we have used directly. No issue. X ux plus y uy will be what 5 by 2 sin u upon cos u. So what we gain here, directly we can write fu upon f dash u. No need to differentiate again and again. No need to use a chain rule. So directly you can apply. So the same example I have solved with the two different way, by using the Euler's theorem 1, by using the Euler's theorem, the corollary one that we can say the second statement. Is what this is 5 by 2 10 u that we have solved. Yes. We have just used the function of 3 variable. So we have to find the value of x ux plus y uy plus z uz is equals to that we need to find. You know, again, u is equals to cos inverse this. This is not a homogeneous function. So what we do now, we again put let z is equals to f u is what cos u is equals to x cube plus y cube plus z cube ax plus fu is the homogeneous. Only we need to prove it is a homogeneous function and which degree it is. So as I have written here, it is a homogeneous function. So that we can do in any way. Either you can put x is equals to lambda x, y is equals to lambda y, z is equals to lambda z, then it will be written. And here you can take lambda x, lambda y, lambda z. So lambda q will be common in the numerator and lambda will be common in the denominator. So by having this, what we get f of lambda x, lambda y, lambda z is equals to lambda square f of x, y, z that we can get. So this is the important part. how to show the function is homogeneous and which degree it has. So here in this question, degree is 2. Now we can apply the Euler's theorem for if we are going for f, then again we have to go for the chain rule. So we do not do mistake. We go for the u directly. It means what? We are going to the use second statement of the Euler's theorem. So by using this, x ux plus y uy plus z uz is what? It is nothing. It is n fu upon f dash u that we can get. You know, fu is what? It is cos u. So f dash u will be minus sin u. N is 2. So by putting this minus 2 cos u upon sin u. And finally, we get here it is minus 2 cot u. Now come to the next, that is the third statement of the Euler's theorem. It is related to the second order derivative. So u is the function of x and y, be a homogeneous function of x and y of degree n. Then x square uxx. So I again repeat, what is uxx? It is del 2u upon del x square. What is uxy? It is del 2u upon del x del y, or also you can write it is del u upon del y del x. So both are correct. And if you are going for the uyy, it is going to be del 2u upon del y square that you can write. So uxy be a homogeneous function of x and y of degree n, then this statement holds. The second order derivative is there. So x square uxx plus 2xy uxy plus y square uyy is equals to n into n minus 1 u. So only this property you must remember, then you can get the answer. So earlier it was nu, now it is n into n minus u that you can get. Same way again you can extend the z also. So in that case the number of second order derivative will be more. Here u is equals to y square e to the power y by x plus x square tan inverse y by x, it is given. Then we have to show that x ux plus y uy is equals to 2u, the statement 1 that is need to apply. And x square uxx plus 2xy uxy plus y square uyy is equals to also this is also 2u. So this we can use statement 1. Here we can use statement 3. So again, u is what? U is the homogeneous function. How we can show that? Here we have written here u is a homogeneous function of degree 2. How we can show? By putting x is equals to lambda x and y is equals to lambda y in the given function. So by putting this, y square will be lambda y power lambda y whole square e to the power lambda y by lambda x plus lambda x square tan inverse lambda y by lambda x. So these lambda will be cancelled by numerator and denominator. So only these lambda square you can take common. So by taking the lambda square common, what we left, it is what? It is nothing. It is a function uxy itself. So by this we get here u is equals to lambda u lambda x lambda y is equals to lambda square uxy. So here we have shown that u is a homogeneous function of degree 2. Now one by one we can apply the statement. So degree n is 2. So by applying the Euler's theorem for u, what we get? X ux plus y uy is nu. N is 2, so that's why it is 2u. So the first statement is proved here. Second statement again, by applying the Euler's theorem again. So it is x square uxx plus 2xy uxy plus y square uyy. That statement this is equals to n into n minus u. So n is 2, so again it is going to be 2u. So after studying the statement of the Euler's theorem, these examples are going to be quite easy to solve. So this is not possible to have the partial differentiation of first or second order then collect it. So in the examination what we see, some students if forget the statement, right, then in that case what they do, they differentiate 2 times number of activity they can do, and then they get the either they get answer or they can confuse and get the wrong answer. So come to the next. This is the fourth and the last statement of the Euler's theorem. If z is a homogeneous function of x y of degree n and z is equal to fu, so this statement you have seen in the second statement also. There we have used the combination of first order partial derivative. Here we use the second order partial derivative. So in the statement 3 and 4, left hand side is same. Only this is different. It is gu g dash u minus 1. So the question is, what is gu? Gu is what? N fu upon f dash u. Gu is n fu upon f dash u, that you must remember. And this you have also done in the practice in the second statement. So that you can remember, gu is equals to n fu upon f dash u. Now we try to solve again one more example related to corollary 4. So corollary 3 and statement 4 that we can say. So the question is given here, u is equals to tan inverse x cube plus y cube upon x minus y. Then so that x ux plus y uy is equals to sine 2u. And the second order combination of second order partial derivative x square uxx plus 2xy uxy plus y square uyy is equals to 2 cos 3u into sine u. So by having this, again for the first question, the corollary statement 2 that we have to follow, and here the statement 4 that we have to use. So what we do here, directly u is not a homogeneous function, that we know because tan inverse is there. So what we do, f is equals to tan u, that we can take, or z is equals to tan u, what you remember. So f is equals to tan u we have taken here, that equals to x cube plus y cube upon x minus y. Now f is a homogeneous function, or z is equals to f. If you go to the statement, z is the homogeneous function of degree 2 again we have. So I have written this statement, but every time you need to show that how it is homogeneous and which degree you get. So do not make direct statement even though you know the right answer. So f of xy is what? X cube plus y cube upon x minus y. Anyway you can go, either you can put lambda x lambda y in place of x and y, or you can take directly x cube common here and x is common here. So what we see, it is going to be x square phi of y by x. So this is also one way to show the homogeneous function. So what we see, f is the homogeneous function of degree 2. That now apply the Euler's theorem for, not for f again, for u. So what we get, x ux plus y uy is equals to what? N fu upon f dash u. And what is your fu? Fu is tan u. So it is 2 times of tan u. Differentiation of tan u is sec square u. So finally what it is, the combination, it is going to 2 times of sine u into cos u. So it is sine 2u that you get. So the first statement that we have solved. Also, as I mentioned in the last statement, what you get n fu upon f dash u, that is going to be gu. That will be, that we can use in the fourth statement. So again we apply the Euler's theorem. So what we get, x square uxx plus 2xy uxy plus y square uyy is equals to gu g dash u minus 1. So gu is what? Sine 2u. G dash u, it is 2 cos 2u that we get, minus 1. Our RHS is this, what we have got here. So only we have to extend this in such a way. So what we do here, it is 2 sine 2u cos 2u minus sine 2u that we get, the trigonometric function that you have used in your 11th 12th standard. So it is sine 4u minus sine 2u. So sine a minus sine b or sine c minus sine d, what you remember as a formula. So it is 2 times of cos a plus b by 2 sine a minus b by 2. So it is 2 cos 3u sin u that you get. So in this way, we have solved the second problem of example 5. So I hope by solving this example, the statement of the Euler's theorem are you can understand. This is cleared from my side. Okay, the last statement we have, so a little bit in u is equals to sine inverse xu plus yq square root of x plus square root of y. We have to show that xux plus yuy is equals to 5 by 2 tan u. Also, the second order derivative combination given here, it is 5 by 2 tan u, 5 by 2 sec square u minus 1. So you know this should be the gu and g dash u minus 1 that we have to apply. From here also you can understand the statement of the theorem. So that will be helpful during the examination also. So what we do here, f is equals to sine u, that we can take x cube plus y cube upon square root of x plus square root of y. So very easily we can understand f is a homogeneous function of degree 5 by 2. Again we need to prove it. So by showing this, what we have taken here, x cube we have taken common here, and square root of x we have taken common. So it is x to the power 5 by 2 5 y by x that we show. So in this way, we have shown that f is a homogeneous function of degree 5 by 2. Now we can apply the Euler's theorem for u, not for f. So xux plus yuy is what? N fu upon f dash u, that we know. N is 5 by 2, fu is sin u, f dash is cos u. So it is 5 by 2 sin u upon cos u. So it is going to be 5 by 2 tan u. So the first statement we have shown here. So as we know, this is going to be gu. Now we can apply the fourth statement of the Euler's theorem. So again, we always write the statement. This will be what? Gu g dash u minus 1, where gu is 5 by 2 tan u. So this is going to be 5 by 2 tan u and gu will be 5 by 2 sec square u and minus 1. So in this way, we have solved this example by using the statement second and fourth of the Euler's theorem. Actually, the Euler's theorem is the statement 1 and rest 3 are the corollaries. So anyway, we can say it is the Euler's theorem. So thank you all of you for attending this session.